Josh was
said he wants to fight Anthony Joshua in 2026.
And the haters online are like, yeah, do it.
See? Oh, man, you look at Anthony Joshua. He looks like a superhero.
Eddie Hearn responding to this just confirms that this fight could actually happen.
Jay wants to face Anthony Joshua in 2026, and his internet detractors say, yeah, do it. Oh, look at Anthony Joshua. He looks like a superhero. Eddie Hearn's response merely serves to reinforce that this altercation may indeed occur in a recent episode of his podcast.
That Dubois guy, though, holy man. The way he took out Anthony Joshua.
I know.
Yeah, Jake wants to fight Anthony Joshua now?
I know that I will beat Anthony Joshua's.
Said he wants to fight Anthony Joshua in 2026.
And the haters online are like, yeah, do it.
Well, they're like, what about now?
Yeah.
They're like, what about fight him now?
now.
He's like, no, I want to wait till 2026. I'm like, okay.
To put on weight?
Put all the steroids, every steroid
Whatever.
they have.
I would watch.
Snake
Here's
venom,
the thing. I would
scorpion
watch
venom.
it.
Oh, by the way,
Scorpion venom.
Rollo reached out to me, John Rollo, my boy, and he sells this blue scorpion shit. He wants to get you some, Jordan.
I'll have some.
All right, I'll have him send you some.
Get on the
I'll
Take
take
quadruple
some too.
doses like
Yeah,
We'll see
do
what
it, man.
happens. I'm gonna start slow. I'm gonna find out if I get poisoned.
Yeah, just
What the fuck are we doing? We're drinking venom from scorpions.
it is weird.
That's weird. He's got the dopest tattoos.
Joe Rogan made amusing conjectures regarding Jake Paul's plans to challenge Anthony Joshua in 2026. Rogan made a joke that Paul's postponed schedule might be so he can take steroids before taking on the former heavyweight champion. But holy man, that dude the way he defeated Anthony Joshua. I know Jake wants to fight Anthony Joshua, and I know I'll defeat him.
Like boxers today, if you look at like Anthony Joshua, who's the heavyweight champion of the world now.
Is
you
he?
look at him, yeah. He's a English fellow. He's a tank. I mean, he's a.
Is he?
Oh man, you look at Anthony Joshua. He looks like a superhero.
Do those guys have as much stamina as these guys do, though?
Oh yeah, they do
Oh,
today.
they did?
Yeah, because the conditioning methods that they have today are just so superior. They understand rest and recovery, and they monitor
see.
your heart rate, and you know they're monitoring lactic acid buildup, and
So he wants to fight Anthony Joshua in 2026. The internet haters say, yeah, do it well. But he says, what about fighting him? I want to wait till 2026, so I'll put on all the steroids I have and gain weight. Oh, and by the way, PR contacted me. John R., my guy.
Now that things didn't work out in boxing for Jake Paul, who's he going to fight in MMA?
If he fought Joe Rogan, that'd be the greatest selling fight of all time.
Joe Rogan?
And that'd be a good fight. I think Rogan would beat him.
That's insane. You're crazy.
In MMA? Have you seen Joe's kicks?
Joe,
Bam! One to Jake's face, he's dead.
I've seen the spinning kicks, but Joe's like 70 years old now. He's like 3 feet shorter than Jake Paul. He's a blob.
One DMT trip right beforehand, he'll see every punch Jake's gonna throw.
No matter how many cold plunges or sauna trips Joe takes, he won't be prepared for a fight against Jake Paul.
And he sells his blue scorpion __. I'll have some. Jordan, he wants to get you something.
I'd love that.
Well, it'd be cool just to be like, why does it have to be like, hey, I need to beat you at MMA? You are a kickboxer.
Right.
You are an MMA fighter. It's two different sports.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah, but it's like exciting to see. Like,
Yeah.
let's see what happens.
Yeah.
See if he could survive the first round in just pure Muay Thai.
Yeah.
No takedowns.
No, I think that clown show is that Jake Paul match. Such a clown show.
What are they doing?
Is he still fighting AD? Is that still going on?
Oh, that one. Yeah, I thought because he's got a PFL contract as
Oh,
well,
does really?
right?
Yeah.
I'll have him send you some double doses to see what happens. I'm going to start slowly because I want to see if I get poisoned. Just what are we doing? Are we consuming scorpion venom? That's strange, and he has the most amazing tattoos. Joe Rogan has always been impressed by Anthony Joshua's strength and body. He recently claimed that Joshua's muscular physique and amazing strength.
If Jake Paul wasn't Jake Paul, if he wasn't this YouTube guy, he was just a boxer, and you see a boxer knock out the former UFC welterweight champion, not just the former, but one of the best ever, knock him out with one punch like that, you'd be like, oh man, have you seen this Jake Paul dude coming up? If it wasn't that big YouTube star, and you just saw him as a boxing contender, you'd be like, that dude's got dynamite in his hands.
Inside the ring, make him appear like a Superman. Joshua's domination in the heavyweight class has made him one of the sport's most regarded boxers. He is distinguished from many other fighters by his strict.
Eddie Hearn responding to Jake Paul's call out of Anthony Joshua by stating this. He states, Joshua would fight anyone anytime, but warn Paul about the risk. If Jake Paul wants to step up and fight Anthony Joshua, he'll need the relevant insurance. And let me counterpunch. Eddie Hearn responding to this just confirms that this fight could actually happen. Because, Eddie pretty much, calls the shots. He makes the play. Anthony Joshua's interested. Now, Eddie Hearn is stating that he's interested. So that means, hey, why not wait? Why wait to 26? Why not this year in 25? And that means that he is very comfortable with putting Anthony Joshua in there with Jake Paul. And if I was Eddie Hearn, people, counterpunching this statement, I would too. Because this is, to me, again, like I've told you guys before, when Jake Paul called out Anthony Joshua, I think he overstepped himself.
Training and agility. Like boxers today, if you look at someone like Anthony Joshua, the world's heavyweight champion, you'll see that he's a tank. I mean, he's an Englishman, and he looks like a superhero. Do those guys have as much stamina as these guys do, though? Oh, yes, they do today because their conditioning tech.
And Eddie being that confident by responding the way he did, why wait to next year? Let's do it now, or let's do it this year. That says a lot, man. That is saying a lot about Eddie Hearn. The confidence is there. He wants that fight because Jake Paul is better than people think he is. But can he beat AJ? No. Because one shot from AJ would put Jake Paul on a stretcher, on the gurney. And Eddie, he saw that. He saw it just like I did. Just like I think you guys know. I think Jake Paul is calling him out because he needs another big fight. And calling out Anthony Joshua is a good way to do it. He promised Canelo Alvarez, I promise you, you're going to need me. I promise you, my fight is going to be bigger than yours. Well, who is on that level?
Techniques are so superior. They understand rest and recovery, and they keep an eye on their heart rate. And as you know, they're keeping an eye on lactic acid buildup. Jake Paul has been competing against legendary boxers. But what if he decides to challenge someone in mixed martial arts? Although his battles with former champions have already garnered a lot of attention.
The elites. We talk about the elites at their craft. It's not going to happen. If I'm not mistaken, I think Jake fought the closest...
Tyson Fury, brother.
Tommy Paul, the closest person to... Actually,
Tommy Fury.
Tommy, if you want to challenge someone with the one loss you have. Take him out.
Entering the MMA scene would provide a whole new set of difficulties. Some have even suggested that he would eventually like to take on Joe Rogan. Jake Paul's boxing career didn't work out. So who is he going to fight in MMA? If he faced Joe Rogan, it would be the best-selling fight ever.
But listen, I don't want to mock it. I know you're going to take me there. I don't want to mock it because anyone gets in the ring, I ain't mocking them. I'm not. And I have a lot of respect for Jake Paul, what he's done, and the way he's done it. He's trained hard to become the best fighter he can be, and he's a work in progress, and he's still working. He's still trying to be better.
And I believe Rogan would defeat him. You're crazy in MMA. Have you seen Joe's kicks? No matter how many cold plunges or sauna trips Joe takes, he won't be ready for a fight with Jake Paul.
I want to fight Anthony Joshua exclusive because I know that I will beat Anthony Joshua's ass. I know
he just got knocked out, right?
Yeah. He doesn't have a chin and he has no skill and he's stiff. And I love you, Anthony. We're friends. All this I want to fight you. I will beat Canelo.
Stop the tape now. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. The thing I respect about Jake Paul is his strategic selection of opponent. The retired NBA player, the mixed martial artist who does not specialize in striking, and a almost approaching 60-year-old Mike Tyson. But Anthony Joshua's skills are 1,000 light years ahead of Jake Paul's. Anthony Joshua, Mr. 28 wins, 25 knockouts, 4 losses. Anthony Joshua has been in the ring with real fighters. His resume speaks for itself. I just have one thing to say. Jake Paul, you can't play boxing. Trust me. Just stay in your lane.
Joe, damn, one to Jake's face. He's dead. I've seen the spinning kicks. But Joe is about 70 years old now, and he's about 3 teeth shorter than Jake Paul. He's a blob 1 DMT trip right before. So he'll see every punch Jake throws.
The real deal respond to me as I tweeted my thoughts about delusion, which again, I think is more about what Jake said about Anthony Joshua and what he'll do to him. That was the more delusional aspect of this. Amanda Serrano said, at Jake Paul is the truth. Funny, they say he's a fraud for wanting easy fights. Then he asked for the toughest fights ever, and they say he's nuts. Listen, he was scheduled to fight Canelo Gervonta, and now he's calling out Joshua. Come on, who else is doing this? Oh, crap, on second thought, he is out of his freaking mind. You're right. That was more of just Amanda backing her guy, you know what I'm saying? The co-founder of MVP and someone that she really respects. And Gervonta Davis, and she's not the only one saying that. Dan Raphael said the same thing earlier that day or maybe yesterday. I can't believe that that's true or if that was really going to happen. Essentially, the idea being, had Gervonta Davis beat Lamont Roach, he was going to fight Jake Paul next. And this is why I say, like, it's delusional, but it's possible. Like, he almost had the Canelo fight, and think what you will about how that went down and how realistic that was going to be. I legit think it was probably close to happening. Now you're telling me there were discussions and potentially, you know, signed to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. And again, I do believe the reason for that is Jake's massive size advantage. Again, that's like a 100-pound weight advantage. How would that even work?
Jake Paul has made himself the focus of attention in combat sports by calling out great fighters. I think that's awesome, but why does it have to be like, hey, I need to beat you at MMA? You're a kickboxer, you're an MMA fight. It's two different.
Dubois is coming into his own, man. That's what that is. He's only like 27. That guy's fucking scary. He's dangerous. Going into that fight, it seems like he believed that he was just going to dominate him. He was so aggressive. He was just in the pocket constantly, just forcing Joshua to go to war. It was wild.
Everybody was like, look, to Joshua, I think you're done.
Right after he knocks out Francis Ngannou, and it's like, everyone's like, you're back.
Yeah.
Flattened Francis Ngannou, and everyone's like, oh, Joshua's back. Look how good he looked.